Things are moving right along. Yeah, I feel good about them.
When did you have the sense that Adrian had won the job, and what was it that separated him?
Well, we had talked maybe about a week before then, Coach Frost and I, and he talked to the staff and whatnot. And then Frosty said to go ahead and give him a talk on to make sure we informed him on Saturday. Yep.
I don't know.
That's what took place.
I don't know if you know the answer to this, but who would be your emergency number 4 guy for Saturday? I mean, if you had to get to that point.
Well, let's see. We've got Adrian.
Yep.
We've got Bunch. We have Masker.
And then who?
You're coming in.
Okay.
The numbers. Those are our numbers right now, right? That's pretty obvious.
When you recommended Adrian as the starter, what were the things that went into that recommendation?
Well, it was most of the things you heard Coach Frost say, in the paper, and I think once he started getting his stroke back, particularly within the last 2 weeks, once he got that cranked up, he was ripping the ball really well, and that maybe was the deciding factor in relationship to his athleticism and all that sort of business that goes along with that.
Were there corrections that he needed to make to be able to get it ripping, I guess, or was it just?
It was. We talked about that cha-ching thing. It's just a goofy way of us, talking about the rhythm of the stroke, and just in terms of the initiation of motion and getting his arm coming back, it was just slow, and it was just a matter of him feeling that and reminding him over and over and over about that, whether he was throwing the ball 35 yards downfield, throwing the ball on the run, or if he was just in warm-ups. And once that started to take place, he started ripping the ball like we thought he would be able to do. Yeah.
You talked about the hydrant being sort of wide open for Matt because he got here later than the other guys. Does your approach with him change at all?
I'm sorry, again now?
With Matt Masker, does your approach with him change at all now that he's
he has to be more involved, so in those moments where there might be some scout team stuff, he's got to be with us, those sorts of things. Obviously, in the meetings, he understands the little shift that's got to take place as well, so he's a lot more focused than he's already has been. He's already been that way in terms of his study.
Yeah. And Mario is Noah. Is he been? Do you have him taken any reps of the real offense, or is he still kind of scout team until you have a better handle on that whole situation?
I think until we have a better handle on it, we'll keep the status quo as it is right now. Yeah.
Did this quarterback situation, did it make you kind of look at things differently in the future, how you look at quarterback races, or is it just hard to predict things in life?
Well, I can only tell you, Sean, there was no indication to me whatsoever that any of this was going to take place. And if there was any indication to me, it would have been coming upon me to say, hey, Coach Frost, I think this might take place. We got to have some forward thinking about it and a plan, so on and so forth. But I can tell you when I talked to Tristan on Saturday, he said, Coach, I'm going to work as hard as I ever have, and when my number's called, I'll be ready to go. And I'll be one of Adrian's biggest supporters. And he thanked me for our professionalism in terms of how we handled it, and that he didn't have to hear it in the internet and all that sort of stuff. I said, hey, listen, as long as Coach Frost is here, those things aren't going to take place. And then he called me on, I guess it was Sunday, and let me know, which I appreciated, obviously, and I wished him the best of luck if there's anything I could do for him. So I guess it's a long-winded way of answering your question. I had no idea.
Did he give you an indication of what had changed?
No, he didn't. And when he called me, he just had a different tone in his voice, than when we had talked in person on Saturday. And he's such a neat young guy, and he answered me when we talked on Saturday in relationship to the information I gave him, like the champion and the great teammate that I thought he was, that was it. And then he called me on Sunday, and the tone was different, and I could sense it, at least I could anyway, in my own little world. And so I just wished him the best of luck. If there's anything I could do for him for him to let me know. But Sean, I had no idea.
That quarterback's sort of a unique situation, obviously. And I mean, in the time, all of the years you've spent, have you sensed a shift in? I mean, guys want to play, right? And it seems like quarterbacks move more than other positions.
Yes. This is if I can remember correctly, the first time this has happened in this sort of way, for me at least, anyway. And it was interesting to say the least, but I didn't expect that to happen at all.
You got Bunch as your backup now.
Yeah, man.
Do you feel comfortable with him?
Absolutely. Excited about Bunch.
What do you like about him? What have you seen in the last couple of weeks?
Bunch is going to get more reps, and the more reps he gets, the better he's going to get. He's got a good gun. He's athletic. He's intelligent. And I suspect that he's going to get better with every day of work he gets.
I know you can't predict how the game will go, but how much would you like to get him 2-3 good series of reps on Saturday?
That'd be tremendous. Obviously, that would be Coach Frost's decision. But if we could get ourselves in a position similar to how things unfolded for Noah last year, UCF, that'd be awesome. That'd be really good.
What does he compare to like Noah Vedral a year ago? If you were to compare Andrew Bunch and Noah Vedral last year at Central Florida, at this point at the season,
I would probably say pretty similar. Yeah, I would in terms of their development and what they bring to the table athletically, and in terms of their gun and what he knows about the offense. It's been a little bit different for Bunch because we kind of put a boatload more stuff in even than in our second year. But yeah, I would compare them very similarly. Yeah.